Hey guys, it's Appleminte. Welcome back again to my channel. And as you can tell by the title, I'm doing another Drawing Your OCS video, and you might be saying, didn't you just do one of these a few weeks ago? I know that I had a really long time in between the last video and the one before that. I think I went like a whole year or so between making those two OC videos, and then now it's like a few weeks later and I'm doing another. But ever since I posted that one a few weeks ago, I had a lot of people requesting it again, and I had so many characters sent to me, and I know that you guys still want to see these videos, and I love doing them, so I don't mind it at all. Go ahead, send me your characters. This time around, I wanted to add a little bit of a spin, and maybe it's not much of a spin, but I wanted to do these drawings all digitally rather than traditionally with my Copic markers like I normally do. And you might notice that I've been doing a lot of digital art on my channel recently in general, and that's just mostly because I've been trying to improve my digital art lately, and I've really been having fun with it, so that's why I've been sticking to my digital medium more often. And so when I make a YouTube video, if I feel like it can fit with what I want to draw using digital, then I go for it. Just gives me some extra practice as well. Anyway, this first character was sent to me by somebody named Abby, and this is their character Blue, and they described her as being shy, strong, bold, and friendly. They didn't give me any other information about the character, but as you can tell by the character photo that they've included, which I have up on the side there, she is very colorful, and I absolutely love the color palette. I was really drawn in by that and just the saturation of it and the design as a whole. And so I was really excited to draw her, and I wanted to see what she would look like in my art style. When I normally do these videos, I'll typically have the character as a full body drawing, or maybe a 3/4 up, cut them off somewhere above, like around the knee. But this time around, you might notice that she's framed a lot closer in the drawing, so I don't have her really far away. I didn't get all of the detail of the rest of her. And that's just because with digital art, it's a lot harder to see the detail, I guess. If I were to do, a full body drawing here, the way the screen is it's a 1920 by 1080p video that you're watching, and so that's horizontal. It lends itself to horizontal video more than vertical. So if I was drawing something vertical here, I'd be a lot more zoomed out, and I prefer to show a higher amount of detail in digital in terms of just making a bigger drawing. I can add more detail that way rather than it being really small, and it's just a little too intricate. And also I just wanted to do a more fun pose. Well, maybe not more fun, but a different pose. So, include the prop that she had, which is a sword. And I decided to give her the pose of having her look over her shoulder with her sword on her shoulder as well. And just something a little different rather than just a full body drawing. So that's kind of my thought process here, is why I wanted to draw a different pose, or I guess frame her differently than I normally do. And you'll also notice that I put down a layer of gray, and some people ask about that sometimes, and the reason I put down a layer of gray is because then I can see where the color needs to be in the drawing, and on a separate layer above that I can go ahead and add in other colors on top of that as a clipping layer. So basically it's like you'll only color inside these lines kind of thing. So I lay down the gray area, and then on top of that I mark it as clipping, and it will only color on top of where the gray area is. Pretty handy in digital art. But yeah, the most fun I always have in my drawings in general, but mostly in digital art, is coloring in the face, because I love putting that life into the cheeks and all that. Once you add that rosy touch to the cheeks, and to the lips and the nose, I just really love adding that color in. And in her case, I made her look very pouty. Like I said, I didn't have too much to go off of here, but I also just wanted to add my own flair in there, because I really like drawing characters with this type of expression. So I'm not sure if she would have this type of expression, but I wanted to do it anyway because I thought it would look cute. And then I went ahead and I played with some of the line art colors, because I did draw this in all black, but I felt like that looked a little too harsh with all the nice saturated colors that were here. So I changed some of them around. I like to use red lines of some sort for when I do skin, And then I like to use like purple on blues and greens, and so I kind of did a mixture between red and purple lines for this one. That's another thing about digital art that's always so great, is that when you make a mistake or you have a change that you just kind of want to make, you change your mind about something, which I change my mind about things constantly. I'm super indecisive as a person. Digital artwork is much more fitting for me in the sense that if I make a change, it's much easier to do. But anyway, that is my drawing of Blue, and I gave her a little nebula background behind her just to give a pop of color. But I hope you like her. I had a lot of fun drawing her. Thank you so much for sending her in to me, and I hope you guys like her as well. Let me know what you think of her in the comments below. And now on to the next character. So this next character was sent to me by somebody named Pastel Weeb, and their character did not have a name when they were sent to me, but they were described as a half bunny, half human that has healing magic. So when I was deciding what to do for this one, I kind of, off the healing magic vibe, wanted to go down that route of like, I don't know, I started thinking plants and different things like that. And I don't know if this character would, I don't know, have plants. I have no clue. But oh yeah, also they told me to call the character Bunny for now because they didn't have a name for him, so that's what we're gonna call him. But anyway, I decided, you'll see in a second, to draw in a flower pot with some flowers and all that in there, because I don't know, I just wanted to give him a prop of some sort, and I wanted it to be something maybe that would match his personality or his type of magic. Anyway, this one was also a really fun one to draw. You'll notice it's a guy. Yes, I said he. Wow. I'm drawing a guy. I'm really, it's not that crazy at this point. Like, I try to pick a guy and a girl if I can, but this one was another fun design. I like the color palette, especially the color of his hair, as you can see on the side there, just like that minty green color. That's one of my favorite colors. So, and no, it's not the reason why there's mint in my username. I just like that color, but that's unrelated. But anyway, I also tried to make his pose something a little different, so framed him kind of the same way as the other character, and also I tried to make him sitting at like a table, so that's kind of why his arms are up in front there, but I do draw in the table there as well, so he's not just kind of like leaning his arms against floating nothing space. But something that I want to work on for myself is line art. That's something I struggle with a lot, especially digitally. I hate that a lot of the time some of my line art looks too similar in terms of the thickness. So if I had to choose something that I wanted to try to improve, that's one of the things. But yeah, that's just a side note. Like on some of these, I wish I had slightly thinner line art, but that's okay, it's not such a big deal. But again, I had a lot of fun coloring his face because, like I mentioned, I really like adding color to the face and everything, and something I struggled with was his eyes. I wasn't sure what direction I wanted to go with them in terms of like their look, or how big I wanted to make them. Because he's a rabbit character, I figured he'd have really big eyes, and so that's why I kind of made them a little bigger, and I kind of connected them at the bottom there. I normally wouldn't do that in my drawings, but I did connect them because, I don't know, I just wanted to give him that like bunny animalistic look, especially since he's part rabbit. And in the photo they sent me, he kind of has like, you know, mostly human characteristics, but he's got like the legs of a rabbit, and like he's got the ears, and he's got the bunny nose. So I don't know, I just figured it might fit a little better. But overall, this is another really fun one to do, and I actually had a lot of fun doing that flower, coloring the flower. I know that's like nothing to do with this design, but that's just like a side note that was kind of fun to do. I decided to go with a hydrangea just to do something a little different than like a sunflower or daisies or something like that, and also kind of keeps within the color palette that he is, which is like the greens, purples. Hydrangeas are like blues and purples, so kind of the same color family there. But anyway, that's my interpretation of Bunny. I hope you really like the way he came out. I put a lot of work into him. I think he took me longer than the other one just because I got really caught up in some of the details here, which I do that sometimes. I try not to, just because I know that like I can't spend forever on something, but sometimes it's hard not to when you're having fun with it. But anyway, that's my drawing of Bunny. Let me know what you think of him in the comments below. Let me know who is your favorite. And as always, thank you guys for sending me your characters. I love that you guys are excited to see me draw them, and I love to do them. So yeah, keep sending them to me whenever I open submissions. I will always let you guys know. Anyway, all of my links are in the description box below. As always, the link to my online store, my Patreon pin club, my Instagram page, and my Discord server, as well as my brand new Kickstarter, which is launching tomorrow. I will put the link there as well, and you can check that out. It's for my new backpacks, and I hope you guys can take a look because I'm so excited about them, and I hope you guys like them. But anyway, I'll see you guys all next Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. As always, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful weekend, and I'll see you then. Bye bye!